It was my privilege to enter NACFE in the 2013-2014 timeframe to investigate idle reduction. And right now, NACFE has decided it's time to update that report because so much has changed in our industry. There are so many alternative fuels that have come into our industry, and idle reduction is important regardless of what fuel you're using.
I'd say one of the most important things that's changed is driver expectations.
There isn't a driver around who's going to sleep in a 90-degree day in his sleeper, and idling is illegal in many places, so there has to be some kind of auxiliary power for them to be able to sleep comfortably.
They want to be able to sleep, watch entertainment, eat, do work in their cab. You know, if they can have a refrigerator and a microwave, they can maybe eat more healthy.
There's APUs, auxiliary power units, which are diesel powered. There's battery powered HVAC systems. There's engine stop start. There's bunk heaters. So the fleet really has to decide based on their particular application.
Our tractors are equipped with a battery operated APU that gives me air conditioning in the summer so I can stay cool, heat in the winter so I can stay warm. It also supplies power to the outlets inside the truck so I can run a coffee maker, run a microwave, anything I need to do on the weekend where I've got a reset or I just want to cook a meal.
We have APU units in our trucks that will run for approximately 10 hours. They'll keep you air conditioning going for 10 hours. They'll keep the heat going for 10 hours so you don't have to run the truck. The fuel consumption is about 1 gallon of fuel for 8 hours with a APU unit.
Most fleets are trying to get their idle percent down to somewhere around 10% or maybe 15 at the most, versus a fleet that doesn't have APUs will run up in the 35 to 50% idle range.
It's up to the driver to manage his system. I call it a fuel system. It's according to what amenities we have plugged into it. I've seen 12 hours of runtime. I've seen 13 hours of runtime with the addition of the solar package. Runs on batteries. We have an 8 battery bank. 4 are for start, 4 are for the APU pack, but we incorporate them all together.
Well, there was a lot of hope about truck stop electrification, truck stops that have places where people can plug in or perhaps get air conditioning services, internet services, and things like that. But that's never really materialized as a market.
There's some really simple things fleets can do in terms of getting the drivers to pre-cool, especially, so to make sure they're running the air conditioning while they're operating the vehicle, so the vehicle's pre-cooled for the night, trying to park in a shady place.
I keep the batteries lasting a little bit longer by making sure I'm not pointing into the sun. In the wintertime, I stay out of the wind as much as possible, so at least it's hitting the back so the truck stays warmer longer.
Even something as simple as when they're speccing their trucks, painting them a light color rather than a dark color, because the dark color absorbs more heat. And so the trucks will get hotter.
We have engine parameter setting that can turn the engine on or turn it off given different environmental conditions. All of these are proving to be successful. And what's key for fleets is to figure out what's best for them. So look at your operations and figure out which is best for you, and let's idle trucks a lot less.